So in the previous lesson, we discussed hooks, and what comes right after a hook is a lead. So let's get into how to write a powerful lead. So after your hook stops the scroll, your lead needs to keep them watching. The first 15 seconds after your hook are crucial. This is where most viewers decide whether to keep watching or scroll away. And the first 3 seconds, or as most call it, the golden window. These 3 seconds are where you validate their decision to stop scrolling. You need to immediately confirm that this video is for them and worth their time. And there are 3 elements that must happen in these first 3 seconds. So number 1, you qualify your viewer, you hint at the payoff, and you create a stick with me momentum. So here are examples of powerful opening lines that do all 3, and you can use these right after the hook. So as an example, if you're dealing with plantar fasciitis that's getting worse no matter what you try, the next 2 minutes could change everything. For everyone who's tried keto, intermittent fasting, and counting calories but still can't lose weight, what I'm about to share might shock you. This message is for men over 50 who wake up with stiff, aching joints, because what your doctor isn't telling you about joint pain could be making everything worse. And then now moving on to qualifying statements, where you find your real audience. So the qualification is important because it tells the right people to keep watching while letting everyone else scroll away. And you might have like a fear of missing out, of letting everyone else scroll away, but you have to realize that everyone else who's watching, they're very unlikely to buy your product if they're not in the right audience. So you shouldn't care about them that much. You only need to focus on the real audience. And strong qualification elements include age ranges, specific symptoms, previous experiences, current situations, or failed attempts. So examples of qualifying statements is if you already tried glucosamine, turmeric, or even cortisone shots for your knee pain. This is specifically for women over 40 who are dealing with unexplained weight gain, especially around the middle. If you're spending more than $100 a month on joint supplements that barely work, so this qualifies the audience and makes them think, oh, that's me, and it gets them even more engaged because they might feel like they have found a solution that finally fits them really well. And then moving on, we have building instant credibility. You have to establish credibility fast, but it can't feel forced. The key is to weave credibility markers naturally into your opening sequence. So effective credibility builders are relevant experience, specific numbers, professional credentials, personal story elements, and the research references, because they might be thinking, who are you, or why should I even listen to you? And you need to build credibility as soon as you can. Maybe don't go to full length, but just hint and basically confirm that you're someone who is worth listening to. And here's how to do it naturally. So for example, we have, after helping over 47,000 people with type 2 diabetes, it's a specific number that builds credibility. Also, it hints that the person is some kind of an expert that's qualified to do that. Or you can have, as a former joint pain sufferer who could barely walk upstairs, and this creates relatability, as the person in the video is someone who the viewer is right now. And you can also have, when my research team discovered this weird mineral deficiency, and it shows that you're a professional authority who does this full time, and now you're just sharing your findings. Now, after this, you transition to your story, and this transition from your lead into the main content needs to feel natural. And this is where many video ads fall apart. They jump too abruptly into their pitch. So to avoid that, you have effective transition phrases. For example, like, and that's when I discovered, but everything changed when, what I'm about to share, here's what nobody tells you, the breakthrough came when. And these are just a few of many examples that you can implement. And here are some more detailed examples. I was desperate for a solution, just like you probably are now. But everything changed when my wife's doctor shared this weird Japanese breakfast ritual. After trying everything, I was ready to give up. That's when I stumbled across this forgotten study from 1973. Like you, I was skeptical, but what happened next completely changed how I think about weight loss. And then you set up the big promise. Your lead needs to build a clear promise, the big benefit that keeps them watching. And this promise needs to be specific enough to be believable, big enough to be exciting, clear enough to be understood, and unique enough to be interesting. And here are some examples again. So in the next 3 minutes, I'll show you how this weird 30-second morning ritual is helping thousands of people reduce their joint pain by 82% in just 48 hours. Obviously, this is an over-exaggeration, but it's just an example. I'm about to share the exact protocol that's helped over 13,000 people reverse their type 2 diabetes without changing their diet or taking dangerous medications. What I'm about to reveal could help you sleep through the night without waking up to pee, starting as soon as tonight. And you can also, moving on, we have the PACE formula. I often use what I call the PACE formula for structuring the first 15 seconds after the hook. So you have the problem where you identify their specific pain point, you amplify and make them feel understood. Then you have the credibility and validate and show why they should listen to you. Then you give them expectations and set up what they will learn and discover and benefit from watching this. An example is if you're dealing with burning, thinking feet that keep you up at night, which is a problem. You probably tried everything from expensive medications to compression socks, but the pain just keeps getting worse. You amplify. As an Arofti researcher who's helped over 47,000 people find relief, you show credibility. I'm about to share a weird 30-second Korean sock ritual that's helping people reduce their nerve pain by up to 83% in just days. And that's the expectation of what they can expect. And common lead mistakes to avoid is to have the bait and switch. Don't promise one thing in your hook and deliver something completely different in your lead. It destroys trust. The slow build. Don't waste time with long introductions. Get to the meat of your message quickly, especially today with short and selective attention spans. Then another common mistake is the credibility dump. Don't list all your credentials up front. Weave them naturally into your story and basically make them flow well. And don't just list multiple bullet points. With most of them are probably not that relevant. And you don't need to do as much convincing. You just need to let them know that you're the right person or you're someone worth listening to. And another mistake is to have a vague promise. Don't make general promises like, I'll help you feel better. Be specific about the transformation. And your lead's job is to validate the viewer's decision to stop scrolling and convince them to watch the rest of the video. Every second needs to build interest and create anticipation for what's coming next. And the best way is to test different leads with the same hook to see which one keeps people watching longer. And sometimes a small change in how you transition from your hook to your main content can make a huge difference in view duration and conversion rates.